Well, hey everybody, it's 3 p.m. And what does that mean? It means it's time for dinner with Nanny Bubby. Welcome. Well, we are going to pick up right where we left off yesterday. We had such a great show, lots of things happening, but I just wanted to show you. This is the smoked feta that is marinating in the refrigerator, but I took it out just to show you what those cubes of feta look like after we cooked the chipotle chilies and the garlic and the chili that is in there, and this just looks amazing. It was absolutely delicious. I hope that you could just feel from when I was tasting it the smoked flavor that was in it. It was just absolutely fantastic. Hey there, Linda Levitt. So happy you are joining us. We have a lot of fun here. So happy to see you as one of our new followers. Happy to have you here. So yesterday, as well as making the smoked feta, that maybe I'll do a recipe tomorrow. Hey, Teresa, that shows you how to use that smoked marinated feta. It's so unbelievably delicious. We also made these sumac pickled onions. And boy, I'm telling you, the great thing, you can't really see them through this glass because the sumac seasoning is kind of tinted the glass, but when you put, oh, you should smell them. They're amazing. When you put that sumac into and season these onions with the lemon juice, Arlene Blute, I have a few words for you. Oh, there's Biggie. He always comes down at 3 o'clock and barks along with us. These onions turn as bright pink on the inside white meat as the outer skin, and that's what just makes them so beautiful and delectable. So we're going to get into this in just a minute. I wanted to say a few things for those of you that are joining us. Number one, if you hit share right now and share what we're doing, cooking together on your own page, I guess would be the word, then just type in the chat shared, and that automatically enters you on Thursday for me to pick a name of everybody who shared. And you, whoever you are that wins, is going to go on Zoom with me on Friday, and we are going to make cocktails together. It'll be your recipe, your favorite cocktail. You and I can talk before the show, figure it all out. We'll post the recipe for everybody. So all you have to do, I trust you if you type shared in the chat. I know you shared it and you entered a win. I go back, write down everybody's name that shared. If you shared yesterday and you share again today, that gives you 2 chances to win. If you share again tomorrow, it gives you 3 chances to win. So just hit shared. And I look forward to making cocktails with you, whoever the lucky you is, on Friday. That's going to be so fun. Arlene, I'm so glad that you're here because, yeah, do you hear me, Arlene Blute? I'm talking to you right now. I want to make cabbage rolls with you tomorrow. So this is a funny thing. I thought maybe you and I could get on Zoom together tomorrow, and I will go through making that recipe with you live for everybody to see. I want to understand what the problem is with the recipe that yep, there you go, what the problem is with the recipe that you're making it. I've never made cabbage rolls. Thanks, Heather. I've never made cabbage rolls before. Hey there, Sue Rainish. So good to see you. So if I go through your recipe and figure out what it is that is going wrong within the reading of this recipe, then I think I can help you. So Arlene Blue, if you'd like to do that with me tomorrow, we're going to finally get down to making those cabbage rolls, and that makes me so happy. So, okay. If you're ready, we are going to continue on with the smacked cucumbers today. So, Sue Rainish, since you joined us a little bit late, hit shared, or not hit shared, but actually share today's cooking show for me and type shared in the chat, and that will automatically enter you to win in the chance to make a cocktail with me live on Zoom on Friday's show. And also, same with you, Laura Grau. I hope you heard me say that. So let's move on. We have these sumac pickled onions. They are fabulous. We made them yesterday. They smell fantastic. And now we're going to take these Persian cucumbers. I have already cleaned them with my food grade hydrogen peroxide. And there we go. Okay. And we're going to just simply chop off the ends. Who can't do that, right? We're going to just chop these ends off. And then we're going to smack them, which I think is the funniest thing that I've ever heard done, right? And the reason that we are smacking them is because it loosens up the meat and makes them much more capable of absorbing the dressing and everything else that we're going to be putting on them. So we're just cutting off the ends. There we go. And now, because I've had a very hostile day, it feels so good to take it out on these cucumbers. So if you're ready, here we go. Here we go. We're just smacking them. Here's another one that needs to be. And I don't think it's easy to smack them. This is kind of funny. Hey, Sandy Hammergren. I think it's easier actually to smack them individually. They kind of break apart. So you just kind of have to tap kind of slowly. There we go. All right. You got it. It takes a feel. It takes a feel. Oh, that just split right in half. Okay. You just kind of want to bruise them is what this recipe calls for. So this recipe is by Yotam Ottolenghi, who is my new passion. I love everything that he does. I watch all of his videos in masterclass. I keep watching them. I watch them over and over and over and over again till I think I can just feel the recipe, and then all I want to do is make it. And before I left on vacation, I said, I am not going to make another one of his recipes. They are so complicated, and they are. But then I said, I'm going to keep making those recipes until they're not complicated anymore and until I can explain them in a way that is so much easier for all of you. So, hey, David Sugar, thanks for joining us. So did Sandy Hammergren. I just want to say, if you share this now live on your page and type shared in the chat, then what I will do is I will pick your name on Thursday or a name on Thursday. If you shared it yesterday and tap share today and share tomorrow, then that gives you 2 chances to win. Shared on Wednesday gives you 3 chances to win. Shared on Thursday, same thing. And then I will pick the winner. And on Friday, because it's always Cocktail Friday, you get to make your favorite cocktail recipe with me live on Zoom on Facebook. How's that? That's a mouthful, isn't it? That was fun to say too. I mastered that. So now we are going to, so I have to see a lot of you typing shared. Where did I get my Persian cucumbers? So normally I get them at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, and that seems to be the best place to get them. But I had a very unusual day today. So my little puppy, Biggie, is on chemotherapy. And the only way that he will take his little blue chemo pill is if I give them to him inside the meat, bread, and cheese of a White Castle slider. I'm almost embarrassed to say that out loud. Oh my God, it is true. And when I went to go give him his chemo this morning, I discovered that I was out of White Castle hamburgers because I've been traveling, right? So I had, the only place that carries White Castle hamburgers is Smith's or Albertsons. So I jumped in my car and I said a prayer before I left, which was, Dear God, please let Albertsons have Persian cucumbers. So today I got my Persian cucumbers from Albertsons, and I got my White Castle hamburgers for Biggie there too. So I'm a good dog mama, right? That he takes his chemo and it makes him very happy. Okay, so here we go. Hey, Tom Letitia, so good to have you here. So Tom is my favorite person to make cocktails with, right? All right. I am looking for my grapefruit spoon, which I do not see here, and I know I had it here, so give me 1 second. Let me see if I put it in the dishwasher, and I did not, so it's got to be laying here somewhere. Here it is. Nope. Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I always try to put everything out for all of you, but I missed this one. Okay. I think he had one of his legs amputated, so we take very good care of him. So what we're going to do now is we are just going to take out a lot of this seeds so that you get rid of all that wetness. Put that right in here in this cap, just as a place to dump it down the sink. This is kind of halved already. Let's see if I can just break it the rest of the way. There we go. Okay, so we're seeding these. There we go. This is a grapefruit spoon, and why it's grapefruit is that the edges are serrated and it's very pointed, as you can see. And that makes getting seeds out of all kinds of cucumbers or I can't think of what else, just real quick. I use them a lot for cucumbers, even use them for cherry tomatoes, for getting that out of the cherry tomatoes, the seeds, and some of that vein and meat right out of the tomatoes. So we'll do that. So how many of you have hit shared? Hey, let's see, Verica Robinson, these cucumbers look so good. They are. I was really delighted when I walked into the Albertsons produce section and I said to the produce guy, do you have Persian cucumbers? Expecting him to say no, but he said yes, right over there. So that was awesome. My prayers were answered. I was able to get home, give Biggie his White Castle, and then go on to my appointment for the rest of the day. So there we go. Only a few more to go. And then we're going to chop these very roughly, rough chop. You don't want them all looking the same, is what Yotam Ottolenghi says, because this is just supposed to be a very rich, organically done, beautiful dish, taking in the beauty of the green, the beauty of the pink. You know, hot pink is my favorite color, so see, I'm wearing it in honor of the sumac. That sumac inspires me very, very much. The seasoning that we put on the onions yesterday. So here we go. I think I hear Biggie barking. He must know that I'm talking about him. And almost done here. Okay. Yep, last one. And then we're going to take these and we are going to chop them, as I said, in not so nice. Usually I like everything very uniform, but this type of dish is something that you just want to look very, very earthy, very real and right out of the garden. So, okay. There we go. Okay, and now I'm just going to take these and I'm just going to chop them every which way but loose. So, are you ready? Just like this. Just all kinds of different angles, just every which way. There we go. Now the great thing about these is that even after you make them, this dish at the very end, you can keep it in the refrigerator for several hours, and I'm guessing even until the next day would be my guess. I'll let you know how that turns out for us, because I had to make 2 of these dishes, and here's the reason why. Because we have to put these into the bowl like this, and then we have to salt them, and then we have to let them sit and get watery for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And you didn't want to wait there. I knew you did not want to wait there while these started to lose their water. So we're going to, let me just tilt this down right here. We're going to murder this in some salt, about 2 teaspoons of salt. Chef's best tools, the hands, clean hands always. We're going to toss it around in the salt, and then we are going to take it and set it aside. And that will sit for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, maybe even to an hour. And what I'm going to show you right here, there we go, is that which has been sitting and draining for all of this time. So there's a lot of water down in the bottom of this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you right here. Can you see lots of that juice down there? And we are simply just going to take a nice sieve, and we are going to, and this loses about half of its weight. So there was a lot more cucumbers in here. There we go. Okay, and we are going to take that, and we are just going to let that drain right over here. And so while that just takes a few minutes to lose its juice, I'll set it back in this. We're probably going to toss it in here. We are going to make the dressing for this salad. So hold on just a minute here. There we go. So here's the dressing right there. How are you guys liking this so far? Isn't this amazing? So I made this twice so that you wouldn't have to sit here. I'm kind of happy with myself that I was able to think that far ahead. Okay, so here is beautiful parsley out of Nanny Bubby's garden. How do you like that? Hey, Doug, I sure so happy to have you here. Make sure you share this on your page. Type shared so I know you did, and that enters you to win making cocktails with me on Friday, which I hope we do. Okay, so let's just, let me wipe this down. Let's take this parsley. We're just going to do a rough chop on this. Just a very rough chop because we're going to put this into this food processor. So here, let me just put this here, and we're just going to, even getting stems of parsley in there is really quite good. So there we go. Now I am using something I have never used ever before in my life. There is a short canister that is inside this. You see that? This is so that you don't have to get the whole thing dirty. And I've never used it before, but I saw Yotam Ottolenghi use it. So I decided I would use it as well. So, you know, I see a great chef do something, I have to do exactly what he or she does. So here we go, hoping that you can see this. Let me get you just a little bit closer. Just pulling you a little bit closer. Okay, how's that? You can see inside that? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can see inside. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take 1 clove of garlic, and I'm going to open up this clove of garlic just real quickly. I'm just kind of going to smash it the way I smash the cucumbers. There we go. I'm peeling off this garlic, and it's smashed up nice, so we're just going to throw it in. We don't really have to cut it. We'll just kind of break it apart with our hands because it's going to macerate anyway in the food processor. We're going to take our parsley and put that right in here, which looks so gorgeous to me. And look at, I mean, those leaves were just so beautiful and so big. Not too much garlic on a Tuesday night, I think. We're going to take a nice 1.5 teaspoons of salt, put that right in there just to give it some good flavor. Okay, we're going to stick this on. Now, if this doesn't start, if this doesn't do what it's supposed to do, I have the other bowl and blade sitting around so I can very quickly turn that and do that one. So are we taking bets that this is going to work? I've never used this compact bowl before, but I thought I'd try it today live with all of you because I trust all of you. Hey there, Stacy Saidi. So glad to have you here. I'm happy to have all of you here today. Okay, ready? Let's get set and let's turn this on. See, I think I'm going to pulse it actually. Ready? It is not turning. It is not turning at all. So let's, let me see what could possibly be wrong here. I do not know. You know what? I think this is supposed to go all the way in. I don't know. I think I have the wrong thing here. Yep, I'm pretty sure I have the wrong thing. So hold on. I think I know what I'm doing. Give me 1 second. I really have to make this work. All right. So I think I'm missing this piece. So I think that we take this piece. No. Darn. Let me see here. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm very mechanical. I think I just figured this out. Okay. There we go. All right. You ready? I cannot believe I just did that. Okay, ready? Yes. Yes. Okay, now I know. Okay, we'll add a little bit more olive oil to the food tube. It smells so good. Okay, I cannot believe that I figured this out so quickly. Okay, so what we have here is this is the beautiful dressing, parsley garlic dressing that we are going to put all over the cucumbers and the pickled onions. So let me move off the food processor get it out of my way, because what we're going to do now is we are going to toast sesame seeds. See how fun this is? And we did not dirty the big bowl. And the nice thing about not dirtying the big bowl is that there's really not as much room for this in the dishwasher as there is for that. So I'm really happy. And it is because of all of you that I was willing to try that out. Because all the years cooking just for myself, I just never wanted to figure it out because nobody really cared. But I have a feeling you guys care. So in case you've not used your extra bowl, now you know how. There's an attachment. Okay, so here is the sesame seeds. Let me show you that again. White sesame seeds. You could use black sesame seeds. Trying to tilt that so you can see it. We're going to turn this on low. And we're going to stand over this, and we are just going to shake them. And again, when you char like this or toast, the very first thing that you look for is if you can smell it. And once you start to get the aroma of whatever it is, garlic or peppers or nuts, hazelnuts, almonds, the minute you start to smell that aroma, you know that they are done. And usually they start to get golden or charred right around that time. And that's where all the flavor is. So we're going to let these sesame seeds get nice and toasty. I'm going to try not to burn them, because if I take my eye off them even for a minute, they will likely burn. So tomorrow you might want to join. They're starting to get golden. Tomorrow you might want to join. Arlene Blute is going to join me, and we are going to make cabbage rolls. So I have to really read through that recipe that she sent me. I've never made cabbage rolls before. She has trouble. And by the way, if any of you would like to cook a recipe along with me, then DM me on Facebook, send me the recipe, and just say, hey, can we cook this together? I struggle with it. I'd like to have help with it, and I'll bring you on as well, and we can cook together. What's really fun for me is that I have started taking on students who have wanted to do VIP day, which is really a 4 to 6 hour cook. And we cook together. I have my first student who, okay, and these are starting to stick together, so let me turn this off, who is a great cook, but she's very weak on appetizers. And so we've created a menu of different appetizers that she's always wanted to learn to cook. And we are putting together this fabulous 4 to 6 hour VIP day where we're going to be cooking. And I'm going to be teaching her some of my favorite appetizers. And it's really awesome. So you guys can almost have a VIP day with me by getting together, and we'll all just cook one of your favorite recipes or something that you have trouble cooking. Arlene is doing that tomorrow with me, which I love. Okay. All righty. So these sesame seeds are nice and toasted. I can smell them. I'm going to take them off the fire because I do not want them to start to burn. I'll just unplug this. And now we are going to assemble this gorgeous, gorgeous recipe. So here we go. Here is our beautiful platter. And what we're going to do is this. We are going to, let me turn this. Oh my gosh. You know, I always kind of get a kick out of the fact that I have to be cameraman and cook and everything else. So here are the cucumbers that were cut, they were smacked, they were salted, and they were came to a salty saltwater drainage. We're going to put them back in the bowl now that they're drained, and we are going to take these beautiful, beautiful sumac pickled onions, and we are going to throw them in. Oh, you should smell that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Can you see that a little bit better? Look at how beautiful those colors come together. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, so gorgeous. There we go. And we're going to mix that around. Oh, love those colors. That would make a beautiful Christmas dish, wouldn't it? Because it looks like sort of red and green, which I love. I love that when holidays pull colors together. For Hanukkah, I always look for something blue. I end up with something white. Okay, so there's the dressing. That's the parsley, garlic, and olive oil dressing and a little bit of salt. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to take this now. Let me move this over just slightly. Okay. And on to this beautiful platter. Look at that. And the really great thing is that when you have such beauty, the vegetables just speak for themselves. The sumac onions have been pickled overnight. They're looking so beautiful. Let's find just a few more of these little red onions. I'm just going to grab them with my hands and just kind of pile them on top. So it just adds a little burst of hot pink color, my favorite color. I'm wearing it today as a result. And then we're going to take our sesame seeds right here. I'm going to take a spoonful. And here we go. I think maybe my hands would be a little bit better. I think when they roast, they get a little sticky. And how's that? How is that? Is that gorgeous or what? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So that's it for today. Hey, Chevy Shalev, you would probably like this very much. This is a Middle Eastern salad that we made, Chevy, and it is smack cucumbers with sumac pickled onions. And it's just absolutely unbelievable. So there's that. We're going to just sprinkle just a tiny little bit of salt on the top of it. And that's it for today. So join us tomorrow. We're going to be making cabbage rolls along with Arlene Blute. I've got to look up that recipe. Arlene, I'll send you a Zoom link. I'll send you an email. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to muddle through the cabbage rolls tomorrow. Also, I wanted to just show you that we made this marinated feta yesterday, smoked marinated feta yesterday. Here it is in the jar, just ready to go. It's so delicious when you taste it. We have these sumac onions. If you're making an omelet tomorrow, you can just throw these right on your eggs. If you've got mashed potatoes or any type of starchy vegetable, the sumac onions, it's really great because they add the acid. So just a reminder that all food that you eat has a combination of sweet, acid. Oh gosh, I haven't said it in so long. Sweet, acid. I'm stuck. There's two others that I always say that they combine, and for some reason I'm just having a brain fog right here, right now. I have to figure this out. Anybody help me? You've heard me say it 100 times. It's sweet, acid, salt, and heat. Salt, heat, sweet, and acid. And so sometimes with some recipes, there can be just a little bit too much sweetness or a softness, and you need to add a little acid to it. And definitely vegetables usually always need just a little bit of acid. So again, it is salt, heat, acid, or sweetness. All recipes, you have to have a combination of all that in there, and you could tell just a little bit more that you might need in it. So I want to say hello to Linnea Oliveira, who is watching, and I just want to remind you, all you need to do right now in order to, let's see, shared, but I won't be able to make cocktails with you on Friday. Okay, Doug, I will love that, and next week we'll do it again, and hopefully you can win. So I just want to tell all of you, if you're watching, that if you go ahead and share this on your page, and then in this chat, type shared, then on Thursday after the show, or during the show on Thursday, I will pick a name, and whoever name that is, you can make a cocktail with me on Cocktail Friday. Send you a Zoom link and we can do it together. Hello there, Helena Vega. So nice to have you. Why, so many people are joining us. And if you enter, well, hey there, Carolyn Gitlin. So nice to see you. So happy. That is why you add salt to chocolate chip cookies. Yes, because the salt and the sweetness, Lisa. And I discovered salt and chocolate chip cookies along with Lisa. That is for sure. Carolyn Gitlin, it's so glad to see you. So thank you for joining us today. So again, one last time for those of you who just popped in, if you want to make a cocktail with me on Cocktail Friday, I'll send you a Zoom link. All you have to do to enter to win is share this episode, write shared, type shared in this particular chat. I will enter you to win. If you did it on Monday, you're doing it today, and you're doing it tomorrow and Thursday, then you'll be entered 4 different times to win. So we'll see who wins tomorrow. Thank you, Carolyn. Tomorrow, we are making cabbage rolls with Arlene Blute. That's going to be a hoot because Arlene Blute is a hoot. So God only knows what's going to come up there. Here's our beautiful cucumber salad. And now we can all look at each other and say it all together. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go out and spread love like butter. Love you all so much. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.